And we are awaiting the verdict in the trial of Daniel Penny as the jury enters into the second day of deliberations this morning. The Marine veteran on trial for putting Jordan Neely in a chokehold, ending his death on a New York City subway last year. NewsNation's Caitlyn Becker joined us live from outside that courthouse this morning. And Caitlyn, of course, all eyes on this jury today. What do we know this morning, and any idea how close they are to making a decision?
It's just impossible to predict at this point, Markie. This case is so nuanced and so complex, but we know that justification is the word that the jurors care about. It's really the only word they're going to care about. It will make or break what happens to Daniel Penny, and it's the word that they needed kind of redefined for themselves after day one of deliberations. On Tuesday, the jury deliberated for about 75 minutes before asking the judge a question. They wanted to rehear the definition of the charges, as well as his instructions on justification defenses. Now, the jury is weighing if Penny's actions on the subway this day in 2023, what you're looking at right now, if these were justified. Were they reckless and wrong, or simply self-defense, which is what he claims? Now, the burden of proof here, as always, is on prosecutors. They need to prove to the jury that when Penny held Jordan Neely in this chokehold for several minutes, that he didn't reasonably believe that his life or the lives of the other passengers on that train were in danger. Now, prosecutors rested their case, telling jurors that with Penny's military background, that he knew better. He knew how to perform a chokehold safely to subdue, and he knew how to perform one to kill. But Penny's defense team, on the other hand, has just portrayed him as a protector of those passengers on the train, someone who stepped in when no one else would to make sure everyone stayed safe when a madman was essentially threatening them. Now, at the time of his death, Jordan Neely was threatening passengers. He was unarmed. We learned that after the fact, but we've also learned that he had a lot of issues. He had mental health issues, substance abuse issues. He dealt with things like depression and schizophrenia, and those are things that prosecutors really honed in on during their case, Markie.
Case has become such a political flashpoint. We'll be watching closely to day 2 of deliberations. Caitlyn Becker, live in New York. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.